Welcome. You are loved and all is going to be okay. Know that no matter what you are feeling, experiencing, thinking at this very moment, that it is welcomed and accepted. I'm Patti Scamacca, psychic healer, reader, and channeler, and founder of the Angel Healing Club, which is a healing collective for connecting with spirit, tuning into your guidance, and sharing together our evolving consciousness as we grow in awareness of loving presence. Today, we are here for transforming your shadow into loving presence. So I'm going to begin with a short talk about how we're going to do that. Then we'll do a short invocation to welcome our angels, spirit guides, and the Council of Compassion, which is a group of beings that assist our evolution in awakening in love. And then I'll lead you on an experiential journey for transforming wounded aspects of yourself to become your allies in your awakening. So thank you so much for being here and for being dedicated to your growth and to the transformational process that is happening on our planet. I know that you were called here into this moment for a deep reason, and that you are very on purpose. You're living your purpose by being here in this moment and contributing to our evolution. That love and the presence of love is our true nature, and that by being willing to participate in this unfolding of recognizing the truth of who we are in spirit, that you and all of us are contributing to a more peaceful planet, as well as a more peaceful heart. So thank you so much for being here. So we are light beings. We are the God spark. And we're also human beings, right? We come into this world with usually a pretty deep challenge, a deep wound, a shadow aspect that we're here to welcome into the arms of love. And that shadow may be not feeling good enough, or it may feel that you don't deserve, or that you're bad or wrong in some way. And although these aren't true, they can feel very true at times and cause a lot of pain in your emotional self and your psyche, and more often than not get lodged in the body. So today in our experience, we will be tuning into the body and finding where in the body is that located. Let's see. I took a few notes, so I make sure that I speak to everything. So this is part of our human collective condition. So there's nothing wrong with you for having a wound. This is part of how we are evolving and going through this awakening process. So know that whatever you are experiencing, we want to welcome it, right? Part of how we are learning to love ourselves unconditionally is by accepting whatever is present is there to give us a gift of awakening, that within the shadow, within everything that feels uncomfortable or feels like, oh, I don't want that, within that holds the seed of our awakening. So you want to say yes to all of these things. You want to say yes to what is uncomfortable, what is that we don't like, right? So that it can be welcomed home to our hearts and return to its true nature, right? When we separate it and say, no, I don't want that, which of course, always in life, there are times to say no, there's a place for everything. But in our personal healing process, we want to be able to say yes to the things that are uncomfortable so they can return to their natural state. And part of that is accepting, okay, if you don't want to change, you're not ready to change this aspect of yourself, that's okay too. That I will be there for you. I will be your friend, and that together we will move through this. So you're welcoming in your deepest wounded parts as an ally for you to trust and understand that over time of coming into relationship with this aspect, that it will reveal its gifts to you and will be re-emerged with your loving presence. So have patience and kindness towards these aspects because truly they hold potential. That these shadow aspects can become, instead of obstacles, they become contributors to your potential and fully expressing who you are in that discovery process. So in a sense, they become space holders, or they are space holders for your awakening. So just for an example, fear can become your courage, right? Anger can become your power, right? Grief can ultimately become your joy because you get such deep appreciation for life and how fragile it is, and that it can be lost, that it can transform into your joy while still honoring the gift of grief. So to make this shift, we first need to recognize that this potential is being held and that the intent of this experience, which we may call negative, actually has a survival instinct that is in your favor. So this is a natural part of us evolving, right? In order to survive as human beings, as a species, we've had to have a very strong survival instinct or we wouldn't be here. And again, this is often held in the physical body. So you may be able to think, oh, I should be fine with that, right? But the body says, oh my God, no, it's not okay, right? So there's usually a very good reason behind that, that's saying, no, I'm trying to protect you from being hurt. I'm trying to keep you safe in some way, right? So we want to honor that instinct and know that as that learns to be connected with your higher self-awareness, that becomes your God spark. That becomes aware of being your God spark. So your survival instinct becomes your God spark. And part of how we're going to do that is by inviting your higher self-awareness to connect with, which we might, for sake of language, call a lower consciousness awareness, right? Not bad, not better, but just a different vibration. We're going to call that higher self-awareness to connect with this part that has felt wounded and separate, right? We all have that part that says it doesn't belong or it's somehow out of the infinite presence of awareness. It has created an illusion of separateness. And this is actually part of God presence itself, spirit presence, loving presence, whatever you want to call it, becoming aware of itself, right? So this is the I am presence discovering itself. So it's actually a beautiful process when we can welcome it. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, right? Because we all experience pain. I certainly experience pain. We all experience that. And there's a way to be with that and with kindness and with love. And this is what we're learning. We're learning to unconditionally love ourselves. Right? We're learning to listen and unconditionally love others. Right? It's a process. So you don't have to be perfect at it. That may never happen. That there's always going to be, most likely while we're in the body and humans, parts of ourselves that we initially want to reject. And that's okay. Even the part that feels rejecting, we can welcome that, right? And say, yes, of course you feel that way. I understand. I accept you. I love you. You can have those feelings. You don't have to get rid of anything. Okay. So I think that we're ready for our invocation. And we're going to create some sacred space here by calling in our angels and spirit guides and the Council of Compassion, which are all dedicated to our evolution in love. And no matter when you listen to this or when you tune in to this in yourself, know that they are there with you beyond time and space. You are held and safe. So get yourself comfortable. And take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Tuning into your heart as we welcome the Council of Compassion, the healing angels, all of your guides and angels, and all beings of light that are dedicated to universal love and are awakening to this truth. We ask that you gather around us in this moment and in the moments to come in the future to protect and guide us, and to hold tenderly in your heart and in your arms each person that listens to this experience and goes through this journey in their own way, in their own uniqueness, in whatever way is in their highest good, your highest good. Let it be aligned with the inner truth of both the individual honoring uniqueness as well as the larger truth of loving presence. If you feel to, at this moment, you may from your heart extend permission to be assisted by loving guides to join you on this journey, to connect with your highest awareness, and to assist in bringing union to your challenge that you are so bravely addressing today, and to help this part feel welcomed and loved, accepted and appreciated, and to be held in the arms of transformation and love. And so it is, blessed be. So tuning into your body, noticing any places that are comfortable and supported, any places that may feel uncomfortable or unsupported. And if needed, you can adjust your position to become more comfortable or just gently accept whatever is occurring in your body. And from the depths of your heart and your inner wisdom, invite whatever that core issue is that is ready to be addressed today. Perhaps something that has been with you for a very long time, that hangs out in the background, perhaps contributing to doubt or uncertainty. And invite that now to rise to the surface, to receive healing. Scanning your body, noticing where in your body does this core issue feel present. Trusting that wherever your attention goes, wherever it went first, that's the right place. Sometimes there are physical issues that are held in this area of your body, or not, but just noticing. And also, welcome your higher awareness, your wisdom self, your higher self. Welcome its presence, this you, this spirit you, and allow it to gently perceive this part that has felt wounded. And from this perspective, without going into the story or the part that feels wounded, just noticing it, holding it with love or kindness and care, and noticing this place in your body, its energy. And how does it feel as far as texture, shape and size, perhaps color? Noticing how much space it takes up, allowing it to, in a general sense, or perhaps it's more clear, notice the shape that it is taking inside of you. Is it round or oblong, or just kind of a blob? Is it sharp? Does it have a color or a texture, a size? Trusting whatever comes. There's no right or wrong, just whatever is present, welcoming it, that it's okay. It's really okay. You don't have to go inside of it or explore it. Just be in relationship with it. As if you were a caring friend, ready to listen, ready to feel and connect. And ask this part with an open curiosity. When was the first time you felt this way? Perhaps it was in childhood, or maybe a past life. It was probably a while ago. When was the first time you felt this way? Trusting whatever arises may flash in a picture or a memory in your mind, or a sensation. Trusting whatever arises. And how was this response, this experience, How was it trying to help you? How was it trying to help you by having this response? Trusting whatever arises is just right for now. Even just a little inkling of understanding can help in your relationship with this part, trusting that it had a purpose. Is there anything to be forgiven? Could be self-forgiveness or forgiveness for others or a situation. Just opening to that possibility. If that arises, allowing forgiveness to flow and any other feelings that may be present. Whatever is there is okay. And noticing, could you accept this part? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Just noticing, could you accept this part? And what is the core belief held here? What is the core belief of this part that has felt wounded? What does it believe? Trusting whatever arises is just what you need to know right now. Is this really true? Ask your higher self-awareness. Is this belief actually really true? Does your higher self-awareness have a different belief that may be from a more expanded awareness that it would like to offer? Another possibility? Allow your higher self-awareness to connect with this part, to reach out and touch and begin to make a deeper connection with this part. Beginning to give it a healing. That its love and its awareness begin to merge with this part that has felt isolated and separate. And it now has loving company, allowing them to connect. Knowing that this part that had felt separate and is now being connected is holding of potential. That its instinct to protect wants to evolve. It has shown up here for you today and has shown its willingness. What does it want to evolve into? What new form would it like to take? allowing that original shape and size and texture with this new connection and infusion of support. What new shape, size, image, quality, character would like to arise from this loving support? What new form would it like to evolve into? Trusting, trusting, whatever arises. And allow this new form to begin to merge with your highest awareness and self until they are one, infused, supported, and embraced in the sea of loving presence, the truth of your being, the truth of our universe. Allow this wholeness to be your new reality, that this part of you is always connected to loving source. And if it forgets, you will be there always to help hold it and remind it of another truth, no matter what it's feeling. And bringing your attention to this area of your body, the original experience, and asking or intending for a new body memory to form that is an expression of this awareness, of your loving presence and potential that has opened to a new consciousness, an evolving consciousness, ever unfolding, asking for a new body memory to be formed. A reflection of this new state of consciousness. Allowing it to fill as much as your body as it would like, filling your whole body if it would like, and even into your auric field. And asking it, this part in its new form, does it have any request for you or a message for you that it would like you to know at this time? Accepting whatever arises, welcoming communication. If it comes in a feeling, feel free to label that feeling. Letting this part know that you will continue to be in relationship, unfolding and discovering all of its potential, and that any other shadow aspects, parts of this one, or any other present or in the future, that you will honor their gifts, listen and connect, welcoming them into the loving arms of the awareness that you are, and to be connected and supported by all of your angels and spirit guides, so that its potential, your potential, can unfold and contribute to your evolution. That even if something is scary or upsetting in any way, that you can say yes. That it is saying, help me remember my loving presence. And together we will be whole and happy. That this union, the true union, the spiritual union with all that is the greatest gift you can give yourself, each other, and our world. Feeling free to stay connected with this part for as long as you like. And when you are ready, opening your eyes. If you feel to, you may like to do some journaling or just honoring of this time of transformation, knowing that you can come back to this journey anytime to explore your inner self. I hope that we will get to meet through the Angel Healing Club in our many classes and many healing spaces that we offer and hold, and that we will all join together once again to share in our evolving consciousness. Until then, honoring you in the love you are. Thank you, and so it is. Blessed be.